Adi, was it one of those days that you just wish you could start again?
Absolutely, yeah. It wasn't a good day for us, and lost the toss. We'd have also bowled first. It was quite tricky early on, and just kept on losing wickets, and to sort of be bowled out with 8 overs to spare, and have, and not put up a big partnership anyway through our innings was disappointing.
Was it just one of those innings where you just needed, or one of those pitches where you just needed one partnership, one innings to give you some substance to the innings?
It was a bit like that. I was delighted our approach. We were nice and positive, and you kept thinking, well, the next partnership's going to do it for us, and it actually never materialised. And unfortunately, we just, as I said, just kept losing wickets. But we also played across straight balls, across the line of straight balls. So we were disappointed in our technical performance today, and a lot of LBWs and sort of leading edges on playing across the line on straight balls. So it was a tricky pitch, but we also didn't play very well. It's always difficult batting first when it is moving around, because you feel you have to get a bit of a score on the board, and unfortunately we lost far too many wickets, and we're not able to capitalise on having wickets in hand and exploding at the back end, and all our game plans sort of came unravelled because of losing wickets. So I thought we fought quite well with the ball, and at one stage we brought Abbott back on to try and get 2 wickets before the rain came. We knew it was coming, and we were sort of 2 wickets behind on Duckworth Lewis, and sort of we could have maybe robbed it at the back end, but it wouldn't have sort of camouflaged the deficiencies that we had today.
Didn't seem like a particularly easy pitch to read. Was it a case of the Lancashire bowlers getting a bit more out of it than Hampshire's bowlers?
Well, I think it settled down as the day went on. I think you'll see also scores around the country are much the same. Yesterday it was undercover the whole day, so you always wanted to bowl first, but we weren't able to adapt to the conditions and put up a sort of a good performance up front, and so kept on leaking wickets, and unfortunately 162 was nowhere near good enough.
And when you have got such a low score to try and defend, what did Carl Abbott and what did you have to say at the interval to try and defend it?
Well, we knew we had to get wickets up front to try and get them behind on Duckworth Lewis, because we knew rain was going to come into it. So the radar was showing this big storm that's coming, and so you do try and search for wickets a little bit, and maybe we went searching a little bit too much. But in fairness, they had experience there, and they knew that chasing a low target, they just had to play within themselves and didn't have to try to go and search themselves. So I thought they played well. Luke Wells played well and played a good innings where he was defensive up front, but because they weren't chasing a big total, was able to do that and sort of get himself going, and then was able to score freely towards the back end and get themselves ahead in the match. So it was disappointing. We're all disappointed there in the change room after playing so well in our previous match. We came in with our hopes today, and it wasn't to be.
A chance to breed some younger players in this competition, like Tom Prest and John Turner. How are they settling in now that they've played a few games?
Well, I think both have shown what they can do, and we had 5 debutants in our first game, and the last game without Gubbins and Fuller available, we are going to have another couple of, well, not debutants, but Fletcher Middleton would have made his debut. So we have got a young bunch of players here, and it's awesome. I think every team is in the same boat as us, with the exception of possibly Essex, who didn't lose many, but the rest of the teams are all playing a lot of young players, and sort of also looking at the depth we have within the county ranks. So Hampshire, I think, we're fortunate to have these youngsters, and we're able to blood them in this tournament and sort of get them started on their professional playing career.
Looking ahead to Worcester, what do you need to try and take from the last couple of weeks into that game?
Well, they've had a good start to the tournament, and they one of the teams I don't think have lost yet. So they've done very well, and we need to be on top of our game and play more like we did in the last match and not this one.
Thanks, Eddie.
Thank you.